Hey, y'all, welcome to Black Spin, my first live stream. I was really just doing a test to see if it worked, and it did. So, hey, y'all. So, those of you who are not familiar with my channel, who are just maybe clicking on it, oh, nobody's clicking on it. It tell you if someone's there. Hey, oh, you the first one on the live. What's your name? But anyway, so and this is political science and sociology from not only my perspective, and I give it the information to you very informally. I had to read all kind of books to get the knowledge I got, and I'm just giving it to you in other ways other than it was given to me. So today the topic is Black female desirability, and we're going to basically talk about the destruction of that desirability as opposed to the existence of it, because at this point it's not really existed. We as Black women have stooped so low as to being offended when we are not shown or showcased or broadcast as the whore in a music video. Like, are we serious? Like as if one of our aspirations is to be video vixens. And if that is one of your aspirations, then I honestly feel like um I don't want to say you should talk to someone, but you should recalibrate where you are in your life. You know what I mean? Because that should not be something that you go for. You shouldn't be mad at the baby, little baby, baby, whoever the fuck, for not whoring out your genotypical features to the public. You understand? A lot of these Black men, they don't even tell you this, have dark-skinned baby mamas that they worship, that they love, and they would never paint their likeness in a degrading light. But they're not articulate enough to be able to say that to you, and they have enough common sense not to say that to you, because if they want to keep raking in that dough, it's kind of like they sold us out but didn't sell us out. But if they want to keep raking in that dough and making that money, then they have to seem as though they don't like us. You know what I mean? So let's go back to where this all started, okay? I think I hear my kettle whistling. I'll be right back. Wait, no. I'm gonna stay here until I hear it louder. But let's go back to where it all started. We all know that there was a plan to destroy the Black family, but that's not the crux of it. When we think family, we think the man, the woman, and the child. But when they think family, they're talking about our tribe, our chieftain. That's what they sought out to destroy. Okay, and in doing so, they had to pit one against the other, right? So, just side note, I had on my favorite house coat at first, but I was like, well, let me go ahead and put this jacket on because I can't be comfortable in my own home and speak to my own people because of how ignorant that we have begun to treat each other. Anyway, so back to the ancient ones. If you look at all my other videos, you are indigenous, you're not African. I explained the out of Africa theory, Fonce Boas, WEB, bitch ass Du Bois. I explained all that already. So go down there and then start like a year ago and work your way on up. So, anywho, so at that point, at what point do we gain that confidence that we're supposed to have as a people, and how was it destroyed? So let's go back to our chieftain and our tribesmen. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I want y'all to watch my cup. Okay, it's awesome. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get my teacup. Oh yeah, she was definitely whistling. So I'm gonna pour my tea, and I'm gonna show you how awesome my cup is, and then we'll get back on topic. I probably should do this before I started, but isn't this fucking cool? Is it coming? Oh shit! It's taking too long. I'm done pouring. There it is. There it is. Isn't that so awesome? Y'all know who that is, right? I can tell by his hands. Oh, shit. Whew. Yes, yes, yes. That is so cool. That's Marcus Messiah Garvey, and he has one of his quotes on the back. Awesome, right? Okay. Okay. Yes, I have on gym shorts. Leave me alone. Okay, so so back to the indigenous, the tribal tribes. There's over 400 of them. Pick one because you're not African. Anyway, so they study us as a tribe and how we made and how we got along and how we're moving. If you think about it, people complain about Mexicans, but they have a tribe-like mentality. Where one go, the rest of them go. They go, they come, they gather, they go, they gather. They always live by each other. Whereas we always want to live by white folk, but that's because we're the most I want to say I don't want to say oppressed. We've been studied the most, and they've realized how to manipulate us the most. And when they started needing Mexicans to be white, that's when they started treating them better politically and started trying to get them on the European side. So back to black female desirability. So they realize the crux of us is the camaraderie that we have with one another, that the opposite sex has with one another. That's where a lot of our success came from. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if the woman would draw out because they want to relegate us to cooking and kids, that's not true. I've known several Indian chiefs, indigenous Indian chiefs, not the bastard offspring of the colonizer that they have today. They're calling Indian. Actual Indian chiefs. I've spoken to actual Indian chiefs. They'll tell us if a woman is back there, right, drafting out the war plan and how to sneak up on people and what we're gonna do, and the man is going out carrying out that war plan. You see what I'm saying? So we always were like this. It wasn't like somebody behind, somebody beside, somebody in front. It's the plan signal. No, it was like this. We were interwoven as a tribe. Okay, so we took that same tribe-like mentality to our family. You know what I mean? So they had to destroy that. So first, they had to demonize each other in each other's eyes. That's why you have a high dropout rate amongst black males. When I say black, I mean indigenous. Okay, I'm just using it for a lack of a better term so that I can identify with you guys. You guys understand what I'm talking about. But you have a higher dropout rate within black boys than you do in black girls, because once they make this woman feel like she's better than him, check out my video, Black Women Cannot Be Feminists, then they begin to separate. You know what I'm saying? We all know the welfare system played a part in it, even though they bombed all our businesses from the 1920s to the 1930s, taught themselves how to sell to the Negro, and then thus made a economic constraint on the man. You know what I'm saying? As far as providing to where they would need welfare. They made the welfare system so that they can get us dependent on them, because you cannot have a capitalistic environment without somebody to capitalize off of. So welfare is a crutch, people. It's a hindrance. It's a wheelchair. It's to keep you handicapped. It'll take a man who has live nerves in his body and make him sit in that wheelchair until those legs die. Well, all he has to do is think he can walk, picture himself walking, and get the fuck up and walk. You see what I'm saying? So, and if you don't believe me, I'm gonna use myself as a testament. I ain't got no shame in my game. I tried to get food stamps. They wouldn't give them to me. They kept denying me. They kept denying me. And I went to the office, and because this was online, and I was like, why y'all keep denying me? This doesn't make any sense. And they was like, well, you have XYZ. We see what you own. They can see what you own and what you have. So they know when you're lying. When you say I don't have a bank account, there's $0 in there. You know what I'm saying? You better go take all your money out the bank, then go down there if you're gonna tell that lie. But and then you gotta take it out 30 days prior to going to apply, because they can see that. So they then so I asked him, I said, so, but I'm living check to check at this point. So if you would pay for my groceries for 6 months, that'll help me save and I can get ahead of the game. The lady said that's not the purpose of welfare. She said you have to be at or below the poverty level to even qualify. I said, well, who the fuck is below poverty level? Them out there. She was just so condescending and kind of said them out there. I said, so this is not designed to actually give me a leg up and to assist me. She said, no, it's not. It's actually the opposite. It's exactly what that lady told me. Just sister to sister. It's the opposite. And bounced. And it's the reason why a lot of Africans work in the welfare office, but we're not going to go there. That's a whole different video when it comes down to Africans and indigenous people of this land. So, So they use these different tactics to separate us. Now, once they got us separated, if you look at my video, I think it's recreate the people we complain about, or the video before that, where I talk about how, or we're the new white people. It's one of those two videos. Where I talk about the female, the male diaspora, how we each got conditioned. You know what I'm saying? We got conditioned by the white woman. He got conditioned by the white man. You see what I'm saying? Which is why he's subconsciously so attracted. Because remember, mitochondrial DNA is real. Genetic history is real. So if you have a grandfather, a great great grandfather, whether you met him or not, and he has been predisposed to hate his own woman and to collaborate. I want to say that, but I don't know if I can say that on here or not. With women of another race, that's a genetic marker. And remember, only we have mitochondrial DNA. They want to say it's something that comes from a female, and they like to generalize it, but it's not a general statement. The melanated, the indigenous female has mitochondrial DNA, aka the Eve gene. I like how they take anything indigenous and name it after white girl. They found that old black girl that was over a couple million years old with long braids in her head. They named her Lucy. They found out an old genetic marker passed on by indigenous women to keep her family alive, and they call it Eve. Ain't that some shit? And it behooves me, because they want to relegate the black woman when it comes down to a family name. They say only the boy can pass on the family name, but it's funny, only the woman can pass on genetic history, traits, looks, thoughts, things. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to the black female desirability. So once they separated us from our man, and they made that again, the black man got his, and when I say black, remember you guys, I'm talking about indigenous people. I'm only using black to be more identifiable, because this is a very informal channel. So they got their conditioning, we got our conditioning. We were taught by a bunch of butch European Neanderthal females to be more like them. You know what I mean? Because I love to tell people I'm not independent. I'm a dependent. But my man can find me on his taxes, honey. I'm not fit to change no tire. I'm not even fit to go in the auto part store. I do believe a woman has a place, and the damn show ain't an AutoZone. They gonna catch me in there doing a bitch ass thing. Shit, unless I gave my man a ride up there because my car jacked up on the jack. But anyway, so we have to think about this. If they divided us, because remember, divide and conquer has always been a tactic of colonialism. If you look up colonialism, or what it is to colonize, they come in, they mate, they turn you against each other, and then they grab, they steal. That's basically colonization in a nutshell. You know what I mean? Steal, kill, and destroy. Ain't that some shit? But we ain't gonna say what that sound like, right? Anywho, let me go ahead and oh, that mango gonna be so good. But anyway, so when he's receiving his conditioning, he's being taught that everything about us is undesirable, is terrible. You know what I mean? And then they're being taught the same thing. The only thing is, since we have the mitochondrial DNA that's connected to our pineal gland that circulates through our nervous system, it wasn't an easy feat, because even the black female doctor will marry the black male trash man. You see what I'm saying? Not simply because he's black, but because if you desire a black man, you got to meet him where he at. I understand the system of oppression. So I understand that I might end up with a factory worker while I'm a successful entrepreneur. You see what I'm saying? I understand these factors. And it's okay. It's okay, because what type of person is he? How was he raised? That's what counts. You see what I'm saying? But anywho, so when they decided to destroy us in our man's eyes, they went for our genotypical features first. Now, check out my video that says the black women are the standard of beauty, because we are. When you see those old, I don't want to say ancient, but those older movies of white women in that slip that has that thing on the back, that's so they can look like they have big butts like us. The bustiers that they used to snatch and tie and tighten up to make them look like they have that shape. That's something that we had naturally, because remember, back in those days, we were very active. We weren't just sitting back having babies in the teepee hut. We were helping our men to build and to not colonize, to build, to travel, and do all these things, as well as being a mother. So we were very active. So our fat to muscle content, our BMI was very high. We had more muscles than we did fat because we were so active, especially when we were in those concentration camps called slave plantations. We know that what that was. So once they destroyed our genotypical features in our man's eyes, then they start wanting the white, the blue-eyed, the sensual. They start thinking they would start associating that with being sexy. And that has also trickled on into the black female. I'm gonna give you a hint. So I was on this tea channel, All About the Tea. I was watching it and they did a video called they were talking about Dr. Heavenly, and it was the one with Lisa Beth McLeod. Lisa Bloom McLeod. Wait a minute, I'm getting her mixed up with the girl that made the flag. Lisa McLeod. She was on there. She was talking about Heavenly, right? So I made a comment because just because I love political science, sociology, I'm not above tea. So I made a comment and I said maybe she hates Lisa so much because she now talks about her husband so much because she now wants her lifestyle, i.e., instead of a short, chubby, dark husband, maybe she would like that tall, good-haired, light-skinned husband, right? And everybody was like, Dr. Damon is handsome and he's not ugly. And I said, see, and they accused me of having self-hate, but I had, you got to read a book before you read me, honey, on any goddamn day. I said, well, that just shows your self-hate because he's dark-skinned or short or chubby. Most women like a man with a little stomach on them. But anyway, that you automatically associated that with ugly. And most of them were talking about me calling him dark. I said, you automatically associate this man's dark skin with ugly. I'm just pointing out genotypical features and how now that Heavenly is starting to more blend in with the European standard of beauty, maybe she wants a man that blends in with the European standard of beauty. That was my point, but nobody got that point. They were so busy being offended that I called him dark and him light. I'm telling you, go look at it if you can find the comment. They was like tripping on skin tone, like, what bitch? I'm making a point here. Read and reread. So, so once they made us undesirable in the eyes of our counterpart, then they went in for the kill. And now fast forward to the millennia, which is the year 2000 and up, you see there's a constant grab for a racially ambiguous woman, a light-skinned woman. You got Kodak Black saying he don't want no dark skin. He don't want no dark skinned bitch. He don't want no dark skinned kids. He already dark skinned. So that comes from him being taught that dark skin isn't beautiful. What's that doctor's name that did the doll test and then they redid it in the 90s and in the millennium and it's still the same? Doctor that created the doll test.
According to Wikipedia, Kenneth Clark was also an educator and professor at City College of New York.
Dr. Kenneth Clark,
president of the American Psychological Association.
Okay. So Dr. Kenneth Clark created the doll test. We all know what the doll test is. So that wasn't sanctioned by Europeans to know that they were doing a great job, but it doubled and showed them that it was him trying to show his people that we are beginning to be conditioned to hate each other, starting with our genotypical features. You see what I'm saying? This is why educating your kids at home is so important. Like my tattoo says, only a fool will let his enemy educate his children, because y'all want to complain about history and black people did more in history. People didn't start with slavery. We was here first, but you're not teaching your kids that. You're depending on a system that colonized your mind, your body, and your spirituality, and you want them, and as well as your land, and you want them to teach your children the truth about themselves. Why? When it's a fact that when we knew who we were, they had these kind of problems. They had these kind of issues. You know what I'm saying? We weren't savages living in teepees. They were living in sheets and cloth and tents. We had houses. You think as a people that are indigenous to the motherland, which is everybody, as a people, we were explorers. So that's why the indigenous people of everywhere looks like us. The Aborigine in Australia, all the way down to South America to North America. You know what I mean? They all look like us because we were explorers. If you look at Moana, they explain it perfectly. They just bleached it up a little bit. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm not taking y'all outside yet. So with that being said, we have to kind of understand the mentality that we originally had that was stolen from us. You know what I mean? So black to desirability, black to desirability, black in the flash. No. So back to desirability. So, and how that plays a part in it. So once they demonize how we look in our own eyes, that also does two things to the black man and the black woman. It makes them extra critical of each other's genotypical features, and it also makes them critical of their own genotypical features, i.e., all the surgery and stuff that we're having right now. If I was gonna get lipo, I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, damn, I don't want to look like everybody else. I don't want to be relegated to a body like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? My stomach is flat, but it moves and it's jiggly. And I had a guy to just be grabbing on his thigh. He was like, it's just soft like a pillow. They like that. Like all that tight skin, it hurts. Sometimes there could be scar tissue and bruising. You never know. So, anywho, let's rewind. So now the black one feels like she has to get all this surgery. She has to do all this to look black. Because the big butt, the Coke bottle stomach, the Coke bottle figure, all that's indigenous to us anyway. But us not knowing that and us being ignorant and us having a demonized image of ourselves, because I guarantee you most black women, when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we don't see the beauty that we should be seeing. You know what I mean? And that's sad. And that's sad because our men no longer uphold that as a standard of beauty. We no longer uphold it as a standard of beauty. So now the division is so clear and it's there. Now, bring in the genetic manipulation, because now what they can do, let me boost my laptop up. Now what they can do is they can boom. Now what they can do is make a play for our mitochondrial DNA, which is what all of this interracial relating is really about. These advertisements of black men with white women and white women with black men. All that's about the hijacking. They're trying to Henrietta Lacks us. You know who Henrietta Lacks is? Look her up. They're trying to Henrietta Lacks us as a people. Okay, they're trying to get mitochondrial DNA to flow within their bloodlines. So every 5 or 10 years, somebody better go fuck a black girl to keep this going in our family so that we can have longevity in life. You see what I'm saying? But back to that's another video. Let me know if y'all want to see that, because I'm versed in that, baby. So let's go back to black female desirability. We are not desired by our own men, and that is through through social engineering. If there isn't a such thing as social engineering, then why do we have the term? Okay, let me define it for you. Because we all like Google and all that stuff. We don't like to go by the verbiage someone else can articulate that they read the book. So we're gonna let this, I guess Google Alexa and this bitch is Siri. Let's see. What is genetic? Oh shit. What is social engineering?
Here's the definition of social engineering. The use of centralized planning in an attempt to manage social change and regulate the future development and behavior of a society.
Boom. So we have been socially engineered to not trust each other, not love each other, and most of all, not to want to procreate with each other. It's all about population. They brought in German Nazi scientists after the Holocaust and gave them refuge here because they needed help dealing with their nigger problem here. Okay, and this is why I encouraged you guys 2 years ago. One of my first videos, do keep your genetic material to yourself. I wish my platform was bigger so that that message could have reached more people. But you cannot participate in these fucking ancestry tests. And then guess who bought into or is now a partner of ancestry.com and 123andMe or 23 History, whatever the fuck the name of that testing thing is? Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company. What do you think they're doing with all those black people's swabs and DNA swabs? Because they're not telling you where you're from. They're not telling you where you're from. Because if that's the case, why nobody is coming to the Chickasaw, the Chickasaw, the Cheyenne, the Blackfoot, and all these over 400 tribes that was here? You know why? Because they would have to have a genetic marker for every goddamn dead motherfucker, including those in your family, to tell you your actual ancestry. Why would y'all go ask your grandma? Y'all trust white people that goddamn much. They lying in history books, but they gonna tell the truth about your DNA. That is so weird to me. That is so weird to me. I would never let a foreigner, a colonizer, a thief, a savage, a rapist tell me shit about me. Bitch, you don't know me. And then they study us so much psychologically and physically until they do know us on a scientific level where we don't study them at all. Where's our Europology? If it isn't racist to study us and they're not going to use the information for bad, why can I take Eurotology in school? It's not just because they don't know where they're from, and every time they dig up something, they think they found something, and it ends up being us. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we? Because they don't want to be studied. They don't want us to know our enemy. They don't want us to know our weak points. I already know their weak points. I'm gonna fucking give me some UV bullets, like on Underworld, because we know that fucks them up. I almost spit this tea out. But back to female desirability, black female desirability. They have all but crushed it and canceled it. And then you have people like Kevin Samuels, rap artists, people that are willing to defame us on a public platform. Now we put ourselves up to the scrutiny, but people willing to defame us and to treat us badly on a public level to where other races can see it. Therefore, they don't value us as well. We have 3 women so far. A Mater, Matar. Where is that train? Is that Chicago train system or New York train system? I'm not sure. But wherever that train system is, we have 3 women, black women so far that have been accosted on those trains, and black men just watched and videotaped. Because they have diminished us in the black man's eyes. And stuff like that has the black man in our eyes. You gonna stand there and watch this woman get accosted and assaulted on a train? You gonna just videotape? What the fuck? Bitch, you're not an investigator. You're not supposed to be gathering no motherfucking evidence. Like, what is wrong with you people? You know, like I'm not gonna watch a bitch get her ass beat on a train or get her purse snatched or get robbed, and I know I stay strapped. I'm a pistol with that nigga. Like, I'm nobody's hero. I'm not no Captain Kirk, but I'm one thing about it. I'm gonna stand tall for my people, and I'm gonna stand on that shit like a gangster. Y'all is out there tripping, and y'all want to say that the black woman ain't shit, and she supposed to be behind her man. Bitch, what man? A lot of black men act like a bunch of kitty cats. You know? Bunch of vaginas. And that's what they did when they reconditioned you. They pussyfied you. They emasculated you. And now that NAMBULA, which is the National Association of Man Boy Love, is on a rise. They love fucking little black boys, even back in the colonial period, when we were in those concentration camps. Look at what is it called? Uncle Tom or something? It was a dramatized interpretation. I have to call my tattoo artist and see what that was. They were oiling up the little boys and selling them, bending them over, opening their booty cracks. Y'all better understand what it was really about. Now, anyway, so now that they have successfully demonized us in our man's eyes, now it's time to put them on a path of another woman, because they got to get some vagina somewhere, right? So that's when they start telling them the fairer the brighter. White ice is colder than black ice and all this here stuff. And then fast forward to 2000, now we have our men big upping on a public platform, on a non-public platform, in regular day-to-day life. They all want this light-skinned woman. And if you are dark-skinned, baby, you got to have plenty of money. You got to have your shit together. You can't have no tacky day. I'm just saying. Whereas, I'm going to give you an example. If Cardi B was dark-skinned, we all know she would be ostracized, even though she's not black. And the Latin community rejected her deposit. Not acting like that. No, man, you're not gonna come over here. But there's the big girl on Instagram. Put it on. Put it the fuck on. So what if you got fupa? Tuck it in your bikini. I'll let that shit. Let me show you her. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Okay. How do you find this girl? Okay, Jason Lee posted her. So let me go on here because I found her on Explorer. JAS. Or is it called Hollywood Unlocked? Let's try that. There it is. Good morning. I was at work. Okay, so look. Put it the fuck on. I don't know how to find her. I want y'all to see her for those who don't know who I'm talking about. Hold on. I know. Fat Mexican girl in bikini giving out confidence. Shit, what the fuck? Videos. Fat Mexican girl on TikTok. Put it on. I don't know how to find this lady. Okay, here she is. Always want me to download the app. If I find it, guys, I'll put the link in the comments. But I was looking at it last night. Oh, I know. I liked one of her pictures last night. Bear with me. Stay with me, babies. Okay, boom. Because he was doing an advertisement for somebody. You know, yeah, they love to delete that. So we're going to go search. And we're going to go. Okay, how do you go to stuff that you like? I'm barely on here if I'm not advertising. Okay, so you go home. You hit the 3 lines. You go to settings. And you go to post you like, right? Privacy, comments, mentions. I ain't got time. I just want y'all to see this woman, y'all, because the point that I'm trying to make is it hinges on you guys knowing exactly who I'm talking about. Like, do you guys know how to see the post I liked? Insights, my activity? Nope, that's not it. Okay, this is my last time trying. I'm gonna click these 3 lines one more goddamn time because I know it's in here. Save, discover. Did I save any of her stuff? No, it's just some vegan meals. Okay, I'm gonna click on this one last time. If I don't find it, then don't worry about it. Settings. Is it privacy? Privacy, business, my activity. Payments. Oh, account. Duh. All right, let's see. Post you've liked. Somebody help me. Okay, so where's this girl at? I did all that and I ain't even like none of the bitch pictures. That is fucking crazy. Cause I was on her page last night. And it don't tell you who page you went to last night, right? You know the girl, put it the fuck on. Put it on. You see that 2-piece? Put it on. I keep my nails done though. Come on, you guys, you got to know who she is. Right? Okay, one person said they know. Okay, so look. Can you guys see the comments? Do I have to push something? Say don't be private. But yeah, she was all on TikTok and stuff. Let me see if I can find her one more time. I know how I'm gonna do. One more time. Put it on. Put it the fuck on. So what if you have a fupa? That's what she said. This is how to get rid of a fupa overnight. Oh, they play too goddamn much. Fuck it. Okay, but my point is, she's a very big girl, and she is married to a black man. Now, if it was a black girl like that, they had a flat booty, a big stomach that she has to tuck in her clothes, and walked around scantily clad all the time, y'all wouldn't say, "Oh, she's confident, it's positive." Look at Lizzo. Lizzo do it, and y'all drag her. This fat Mexican girl do it, and y'all say, She's great. She don't get dragged. I done read her comments. They were so positive. You know what I mean? And I don't get it. You know, why is it that she is above reproached or above standard when she says put it on and be fat and tuck that fupa in? She's praised for it, and her black husband loves her for it. But if she was black, she would not have a husband, and she would be body shamed every chance we got. Right? Right? I don't get it. I just want y'all to see her so bad. I don't want y'all to see her so bad. And she is not coming up on my Google search, and I don't know how else to find her because I don't know her name. And Jason Lee took her Pornhub. Oh God, we can't click on that shit. Took his post off that had her in it. I guess when they advertised, they hurry up to take it off. So I'm gonna look on his page one more time in case I missed it. No. Oh, does Jason Lee have a page? The only Jason Lee. Okay, here we go. All right, now we can find her. Nope, she's gone. Y'all gonna have to find her. If I find her, I'll put a link or I'll show y'all a picture. But that's just goes how I show desirability. But they out of shape, and everybody's made this point from me to Cynthia G. But the purpose of that is so that we won't be desirable. So and they say black people need to unite, but we're already united. You know how you know we're united? Because right now, if I go outside and I see 5 of my neighbors running that way, I'm grabbing my pillow and I'm running that way with them. That's being synergetic. That's being united. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's the light. I don't know because there's nothing on my mouth right there. But that's being united. That's us in a nutshell. So, the drop. That's rub it in, goddamn it. But then they tell us, oh, we're not united. If we unite, we'll be this. We're already united. How many of y'all right now, if y'all walk outside and 4 of your black neighbors is running down the motherfucking street, you going with them, right? I am. The fuck? I'm getting the fuck out of here. Or you in the movies and black people from the top all of a sudden start running out the goddamn theater. Fuck that movie. We all going. We are leaving. You know, and that's a joke amongst comedians, but that's the truth. That's us being synergetic. That's us knowing each other. That's us loving each other. That's us knowing who we are. That's us being united. Because that mitochondrial DNA, they can't get rid of it. We are united. So at some point, we're going to start back living the program with ourselves. We're going to have to recondition our minds. And we're going to have to stop letting people like Vlad and TV and other people interview our ignorance. You know what I'm saying? I always wonder why would Tasha Gay even give Kevin Samuels the time of day? I understand it's for a check, but you was helping propagate something negative. He obviously doesn't like black people in general, men or women, because of how he treats them and how he talks to them and how he try to sun them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's a narcissist or what. I haven't looked at enough of his videos, but from the clips that I see, and I know it's probably ignorant to judge it by a clip, but from the clips that I see, if you do have an eloquent point that you're trying to convey, he's going to cut you off. Let me talk. I don't have to do this. I can disconnect. I'm gonna hang you up. You know what I mean? And I can't get with that because I like to hear all point of views and all perspectives so that I can make a whole opinion. So, and I can't do that with him over speaking the person that called his phone. You know what I mean? So these people are calling to make a point. He know what it is, and he's not gonna let them make a point. You know, because the first thing, if I ever call in, he gonna hang up on me. And you ain't gonna never see the video because I'm gonna say, so you are a consultant for high power men, and you get women for high power men. I said, oh, do you really acquisition beards for high power gay men? Because that's what it's looking like to me. That's the tease it's giving me. But anyway, So if we want, now we know the problem. If we want to resolve this issue and get it to a place where we now again desire each other, some of us are gonna have to go back. I know we don't want to, women. It's always us saving the black man, ain't it? We did it in slavery, when it was in POWs, concentration camps, and we got to do it now, I guess. You know what I'm saying? We have to help recondition their mind. Unfortunately, we have to assist them because their conditioning was a lot worse than ours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were raped vaginally. They were raped anally. I'm not trying to compare traumas, but golly. They are playing with these black men's genetics. They're giving them estrogen, overabundance of estrogen while they're in the womb to make them more feminine. You know what I'm saying? We have to come back and balance out their testosterone and make them men. For example, this one guy like me, we're gonna have a conversation today. I ignored him yesterday, but I'm gonna call him today. He always texts me pictures of some food he cooked. I'm like, look here, pussy boy, that's what I'm supposed to do to impress you. Cook you something great and bring you something. Number one, I don't eat soul food. I taste it every now and then, but I'm not a real fan of soul food. I don't want nothing smothered. I like lobster. I like Chilean sea bass. I like red snapper. I love salads. I love greens. You know what I'm saying? Without the ham hock in it. That's how I eat. You know what I'm saying? If you would get to know me, then you would know, you know what I'm saying, on more than she fine, I want to stick with her level, then you would know I am very conscious about the way I eat. So you sending me pictures of a bunch of rice, a bunch of gravy, some sweet potatoes with too much sugar, it's gonna send my body into fucking shock. Number one, they ain't even impressing me. Because I don't eat like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm fit to make me a 14-ounce lobster and make a lobster Florentine for breakfast. This is what I eat. You see what I'm saying? So you sending me these feminine pictures of some shit you cook, that ain't impressing me. Cause I'm an old school woman. My place is in the kitchen. So I text him, I say, that food look all right, but did you forget about my breaks? Because my breaks need changing. You can fuck about that shit. I cook every day. That's not impressing me. And I'm a Capricorn, so I'm trying to wait to talk to him because I don't want to sun him. You know what I mean? But that's not impressing me. You know what I mean? That's not impressing me. So he gonna say, well, go to AutoZone and get the brake pads. But he didn't say nothing else after that. And I'm gonna put them on or nothing. Just go to AutoZone for clothes, get the brake pads. Not, won't, can't, and ain't. Because if I have to take care of my brakes getting changed, I'm not gonna just go buy no pads and let them get fixed by Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street. I'm gonna take them to a mechanic. I'm gonna take them down there to the dealership where they already got some goddamn pads and get my shit changed. If I got to do it. But I want to see. I really like to go to the dealership anyway. I just want to see what his mentality was as a man. Because the next day you should have been over here parking your car, getting the keys to my truck, and going to get my brakes done. However you get them done. That's a man. And that's what we have to get our men back to. And unfortunately, as women, sometimes we have to raise them because their mamas ain't do a good job. Their daddies was there, ain't there, or didn't care, or taught them how to be hoes. It didn't teach them how to be men. You know what I mean? So there's a psychological damage there to us and them. Because the women, I'm not a strong black woman. I'll tell you real quick. I'm a docile. I'm a damsel in distress. I ain't got it, can't do it. I need guidance. I need assistance. You know, just like with these braids. Now, granted, I used to fix cars with my grandfather and stuff like that, and I could change my own brakes if I want to. But my place is not under no car, and I'm not supposed to get under there as a woman. I'm not, won't, can't, and ain't. Now, if I was on the side of the road and they changed my tire, yeah, I'll change my own tire because I know these black men gonna sit there and videotape me doing it, but they're not gonna help me. You know what I'm saying? That I'll do. Now, I ain't gonna say these black men because I remember one time I was trying to hop off the freeway, got stuck in some mud, and this older black man was like, "Oh Lord, let me get you out this mud." But it wasn't no young, and the youngster pulled over to help him subsequently, you know, because we was kind of struggling with it. And I was in my uniform. At the time, I was a hydroblaster crew leader in a chemical plant for Exxon. And baby, if I tell you, I had on work boots, some area jeans and an area shirt with a little dirt on it, child. But anyway, so the only thing was done on me was my hair, child, and I think my nails at that point. So we're gonna have to recondition them to be less feminine when they approach us. Because it's okay for a man to know how to cook. My father knows how to cook. He cooks very, very well. But what's not okay is for you to showcase those feminine attributes and think that that's supposed to get you a woman when this woman clearly needs some manly things done. I got the woman shit covered. I'm a parent. I cook every day. Whether I was cook, whether even if I did eat unhealthy like him, I cook on a regular basis. So what I don't need is for you to come bringing me a meal. I'm supposed to make something that you've never had, some broccolini, some crab cakes, or something like that, or one of my seafood carb salads, something like that, and bring it to you to show my appreciation for you. You in turn do something manly for me. My back porch light is out; it needs changing. Um, my other guy friend changed my closet light because my ceilings are extremely high, so I can't get to them. So these are the things you're supposed to do. These are things as a man, when you go over a lady's house, you take inventory. Okay, her lights are dim. That means because I use those lights, they got the coil on them. I don't know what the fuck they call, but they last longer. They're getting dim, so they must be going out. Let me change them. Okay, let me take care of that. Okay, she got all these boxes in her garage, but she need them put in the attic. Those are the things that a man should be thinking when he come over a woman's house, not trying to see how nice her furniture is, how she living. Yeah, they have a very feminine eye, and that's something that we have to get out of them. And as far as our masculine men that like European women, we have to recondition them as far as appreciation. So we may have to heal wounds between him and his mom. We may have to sit and talk to him and figure out why he thinks the way he thinks. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy, see, I surround myself with like-minded people. So I don't know any man that really dates outside of their race. But I'm sure there's a psychology to it. If you're one of them, I would love to have you on my platform. But I'm sure there's a psychology to it that they're either willing or not willing to admit. But that's something that we would have to delve into. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as our rich and famous men, they put them on Front Street to make y'all think that it's more black men married to white women when it's really not. It's not enough of white women to even satisfy the numbers of black men that there are. So don't get that shit twisted. But the reason why I have a problem with our few rich black men dating outside of their race and marrying outside of their race, check out my video below, the effects of interracial dating, and you'll see where I'm coming from, especially financially when it comes to the community. Okay, guys, I'm about to end my stream. I'm gonna come let you guys out. Okay, so we have to figure out the psychology there and kind of reverse that conditioning that was done to our brothers, because we don't want all of our successful brothers that are supposed to be saving one or two of them from of them from the poverty-stricken environment. You know what I'm saying? And coming up with them. Kobe Bryant, for example, he was with a black girl all through from the end of junior high all the way through high school, and his first year in the pros before he even met the Mexican chick that he ended up marrying and made her mom and her mom rich. You see what I'm saying? He created 2 Latina millionaires when he could have created more than that. And a black woman wouldn't let him treat his parents like that. You know what I'm saying? Because she would have put herself in their black mother's shoes. You know what I'm saying? She would have healed that rift. So if there was one, I just think parents start fucking with him because he married that fake ass bitch, and that bitch didn't give a fuck about his mental well-being enough for him to be at one of his parents. But anyway, that's what I have to say about the destruction of the black female desirability and why we're treated as such. Oh, wait a minute, sidebar. And then we have people like Monique demonizing a bonnet in the airport and stuff like that. And I see a lot of black women saying, now, I don't wear a bonnet, but let them do them. You know what I'm saying? I wear a bonnet. If I'm going to catch a long flight, now if my hair is like this and I'm catching a flight, then I won't. Most time I do travel with braids. But if I do have my bundles in and I do have my hair done in such a way that number one, I'm not gonna tie it down with a scarf, even maybe the lace part, but I'm not gonna tie my bundles down with a scarf because most likely I done got them I done got them curled, and all I have to do is pull them out when I get where I'm going to create the look that I want. So it needs to be in a bonnet, something loose, something carefree, so that like bonnets have a purpose. And the reason why bonnets were created because people was talking shit about when women walk around in caps. Then they was talking shit about women wearing scarves. They was talking shit about hair wraps because I used to wrap my hair up. They was talking shit about everything a woman does. So it's like, does it matter at this point? Like Jay-Z say, still black women. You know what I'm saying? It's the conditioning of the mind that we have to go through. We wanted black men to pull their pants up for damn near a century or half a century. I know over a decade, but we don't demonize y'all for not doing it. We don't. You know what I mean? But y'all demonize us every chance y'all get. And that's because, and I'm holding the black man accountable at this point. Because and that's because you have been conditioned to believe that everything we do is fucked up and it ain't right. When we the black woman led you motherfuckers to freedom when the colonizers came over here stealing land. And if we was from Africa, how the fuck we know to walk up north or east or west? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. We couldn't irrigate these lands if we was from a tropical climate. Cotton don't grow in Africa. So we have to stop being complacent in the wrong that we do to each other. Okay? Because now I'm seeing a shift in black male desirability. You see what I'm saying? So now that they made our men not desire us, it's time for them to give us options. You see what I'm saying? You see how that works? And then we're gonna have all these biracial people, and we can look at the so-called Indian, not the real Indian, us, but we can look at so-called Indian and see when mixed people have mixed people, they stay mixed. You see what I'm saying? There ain't no dark-skinned Indians that they're claiming as Indian that have rights. Go look at my video down there, the $5 Indian. It's very informal. It gets straight to the point, no chaser. Okay, you don't have to get a dictionary to see what I'm talking about. Now, I had to have a dictionary, a thesaurus, and a law book. I had to have an Oxford dictionary and all kind of shit to segue and make my way through all these goddamn books I got. So I'm not going to give it to y'all how I learned it because I was like, huh? Wait a minute, what? But I have a very good vocabulary because of my vernacular is amazing because of a lot of the books I read. But anyway, so I kind of try to understand one another instead of demonize one another. You know what I mean? And we understand that a lot of our black men are dusty and don't have nothing, but that's because that a black woman, especially a single black woman, not to put all the fault on her, but let's just call a spade a spade. You treat your son like he's your boyfriend instead of your son. So now he's either there's two things. You treat him like he's your boyfriend or you rape. See, our sons, sidebar, our sons are growing up, but our daughters are being raised. You see what I'm saying? You let the son grow up because you tell him he's a man of the house. No, you the boy of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to do that. We're not going to play semantics. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if your daddy is gone, coming and going, or doing what he wants. You got stepdaddy or no daddy. You are not the man of this house. It's not your job to protect me. I'm going to protect you. Okay? So, and that's what gives narcissism and this hypermasculinity to men, the ones that feel like they're too good to date us because they resent their mama for being raised in a single household, but they don't resent their daddy. It's funny how daddies always get a chance, but mamas always take the L. We even see that with superstars. If Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying? He don't like no black bitches, but he'll give his black daddy who left his mama a chance. The same thing with Drake. You know, I don't know if he like dark skin women or not because he did date Serena Williams at one point, but he'll give his mother a chance, but he ain't procreating and making babies with nobody that look like his father, but he'll give him a chance when he ditched his mama and left her to be a single parent. You know what I'm saying? And then there's this underlying resentment for the mother who was a single parent, but they don't have that resentment. They don't have that same smoke for the daddy that left the mama. You see what I'm saying? Did I bend my glasses? Am I tripping? Right, they straight. But you see what I'm saying? So we have to work on that. We have to understand that we are fucked up as a people. And the only way for us to unfuck up ourselves is to come back and commune with each other. Commune back with God, which is ourself. We need to start celebrating our own divinity. We need to get back in tune and link with one another. And we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Steady listening. Like sometimes you got to break away from TV. Because I tell you what, this TV going to have your daughter eating pussy, your son sucking dick, and your man married to a white bitch. And your heterosexual son married to a white bitch. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. Y'all don't have no rules for y'all children. Let's start with the kids. Okay, even if we can't raise these man boys, start with the kids. Stop letting your son think it's okay to do so. Oh, that's just the way he is. No, motherfucker. Parent him, guide him, bring him up the way he's supposed to go. If he dancing, snatch his ass up and say that's not how a man dances, instead of being cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's just he's always acting like a girl. Cause didn't nobody teach him how to act like a boy. My ex-best friend, she go out there and play football with her boys, play basketball with her boys. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be gay because there was an incident with their father. They don't have to be a man in the house to teach masculine traits. My nephew came home and said he don't like black girls. I said, why? Because they all loud and ghetto. What? Well, let me take you down here to this trailer park. Now what? Now what? Just because they loud and ghetto as children, those women gonna grow up and be somebody. You don't judge nobody by how a whole class of people by how they are in their prepubescent years. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And there are so many parents who are allowing their boys to say that they don't like black women when they're being raised by a black woman. And these bitches ain't even offended. I would be so offended if my son come tell me he don't want to date a black woman. I would be fucking offended. And I have to sit him down and talk to him about it. Now, I'm not going to say that's just the way he is. No, sir. You're going to be how you're raised to be. You know what I mean? So we have to start being cool with that. It's like y'all won't let y'all pit bulls fuck a Rottweiler, but you will let your son fuck and marry and procreate with a white bitch. That don't make no sense. We know the importance of genetics because we can see how we're raising our dogs. Poodles are fucking poodles. You wouldn't let your teacup Yorkie, which is a very expensive dog, have sex with a wiener dog? No, you wouldn't. But you would let your daughter bring home a white boy? You care more about your daughter, your dog being pure blood than your bloodline, than your mitochondrial DNA, than your genetics? Let me tell you something. Grace Jones got a white grandma. Y'all don't believe me? Watch this. They love to pull out the ugly people. Now, I think Grace is ugly. I think she has very strong features, but they love to get those kind of black women to be models. You know what I'm saying? But they won't get us, regular, pretty, fine, and looking black girls to be models. Okay, so look. Grace Jones' grandchild.
These pictures should match.
This is Grace Jones. She's still wearing that pasty looking makeup to make herself look brighter. Because we all know she is as dark as the black background of my laptop. All she needed some shea butter. I don't know why she's steady trying to whiten herself. I think these motherfuckers are cricket. Whiten up her image. No? Yep, they are. God damn it. I done laid them. I have to take them and get them adjusted. Shit. Anyway, oh shit. There you go. I fell asleep in them last night. I knew it. I'm gonna put my contacts on this week. But look, okay, so how do I make this bigger? Oh shit. Look how she let that white baby. But you had sex with that white man. So that's your fault. So okay, so visit children who look nothing like their celebrity moms. That's the fucking title of this shit. Okay, so how do I make it bigger? Do I rotate it? Okay, bam. Now, his father is a Spaniard, which is a Spanish-speaking European, right? From Spain, right? That's who his daddy is. So he is first generation biracial, right? This is his girl, white girl, because a lot of biracials, they marry white, regardless of what you think. And then here's the baby. What the fuck is this? And then here's the baby. That is a white baby. Red hair and blue eyes. Don't look nothing like her African grandmother. Now, this baby married white, then guess what? Either Grace Jones is gonna be the black bitch in the picture. They're gonna put a painting up. They might think, oh, two white little girls with their slave 40 years from now. That narrative can be twisted all kinds of ways. But that beautiful mitochondrial DNA of this creative woman, and she is very creative, is gone now. It's wasted. She fucked up her own lineage. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And I asked y'all, and then how does this white girl treat the grandmother? You know what I'm saying? There's all kind of things you have to worry about. So at what point are we gonna? So at what point is this not gonna be okay? Look at Drake's son. Drake is another one. Drake's son got curly hair, curly blonde hair, and blue eyes. Drake is biracial. He procreated with a white woman, and now look at his son, a white boy, first generation white. Chris Brown, a biracial. The only thing is he slept with a black girl. But if that daughter bring home a white boy and procreate with him, first generation white. And then you got, and then I gotta stop saying it's not preference. It's straight up discrimination. It is discrimination against their own kind. Preference is, hey, I like bright-skinned girls. Discrimination is no dark-skinned girls in my section at the club. So look, we have to get it together, guys. They have demonized the way the black woman looks and is perceived. Everything she does is considered wrong and ugly. If she get her hair done, it's ugly. If she go natural, it's ugly. Because dark skinned girls like me were natural first. Then the biracial mixed girls with the good hair started going natural, and all of a sudden demonized my natural. You know what I'm saying? So we have to stop allowing our image to be demonized, to be tarnished. You know what I'm saying? And the way to help that is to steady propagate positive images of ourselves, and our men have to do it too. Because the black men, you are the only race of men that demonize your woman in public. The only race. And then men, they want them bitches to read, they beat their motherfucking ass at home. I'm not saying that was right. I'm just saying. They said they beat their woman outside of the public eye. You are constantly talking shit about us no matter where you go. That comedian Jeffrey Godfrey, however the fuck you say his name, I ain't never been to one of his shows because he ain't Cat Williams. If you ain't Cat, you ain't funny. So what did he say? What did he say? Oh my God, I'm so mad at this advertisement. Do you know I tried to go on live with him several times, and he has never picked me to go live. And I tell me it's not because I'm dressed. He always live with a light-skinned woman, around a light-skinned woman. Cool, that's your preference. But if you on live talking about shit that matters to black people, then why not? And I'm typing eloquent statements and making eloquent points. And he's skipping all past me. Even people that just came into the chat. He's just strangers, he don't know him. So he's a colorist. So that's why he was so upset when he saw this black woman, this black light-skinned woman with this white man. Then he went so far to say, it should be a black man because we abandoned them first. We started this interracial shit. And this is the motherfucking thanks we get. Stop it. I'll make a separate video about him. But yeah, so the black female desirability was tainted, changed, and corrupted by our own men via the colonizer via our own men. So we have to stop propagating and doing their dirty work to each other. Okay? We have to stop doing their dirty work to each other because at this point, we're keeping ourselves colonized. We are keeping those foreigners on our stolen land. We are the segue to now normalizing homosexuality and getting rid of pedophilia. We're doing their dirty work for them because we're the majority. So nothing can happen without our stamp of approval and without our participation because there's more of them than us. I mean, it's more of us than them. Even when they did the migration of Ellis Station, give us your sick, give us your poke, give us your tired, give us your weary. We still outnumbered their ass. So we have to stop being complicit and being what do you call it? An accessory after the fact to their crimes. We have to stop it. Because the black female desirability will continue to dwindle if the black man doesn't step up and stop that shit. Period. It is what it is. I'm Black Span and I'm out. Bye.